In the next set of drafting or engineering drawing in CATIA V5, let's see how we can apply the annotations and what are the things that we have to consider or we have to apply within annotations. We have discussed that in annotations we have dimensions with and without tolerances, we have GD&T symbols, feature control frames, we have some text with or without leader, we have tables, we have some surface finish symbols, custom symbols. We have already seen dimensioning with or without tolerances. You just have to apply the dimension. If you want to apply the tolerances, then you can right click on the dimension and apply it. Remaining annotations are available in the annotations tab. Some of the annotations are over here in the dimensioning tab as well, and we have some dress up features. Dress up features we have seen, those were actually free features for generating the solid models. Here this dress up, this is for dressing up the drafting. We will see one by one. So starting with the text with or without leader, you can see there are some options available in the text sub toolbar. When you want to apply the text, remember, if you want to apply a text with a particular view, then activate the view first, then apply the text. Otherwise, deactivate all the views and then apply the text. Suppose I want to give a note in the drawing that all the dimensions are in mm. Now this particular note is actually not relevant to any of the view, it is relevant to the complete drawing, so it should not be aligned with any of the view. So in that case, what I will be doing, I will just double click on the sheet, so all the views will get deactivated. Now you can see there is no such view is activated. Then I will go for text, click on the location where I want to place it, and now I can write down the text as per my own requirement. Say I'll write down all the dimensions are in mm and say OK, and then I can move it wherever I want to. I can right click on the text, go for properties, over here regarding font of that, style, size of the text, how I want the text, what should be the color, what should be the justification, all these things I can define it over here for the text. But when I want the text to be aligned with something, say I want the text to be aligned with this view, I will double click on this, view is activated, then I will go for either text, simple text like this is written over here, or I will go for text with leader. I'll click it and I will select it. So with that, this text will be aligned, and you can see as I am dragging the cursor, the window of view is getting expanded, which completely shows that this particular text or text with leader is aligned with the view. When it is aligned with the view, if you will shift your text or your view, the text will automatically be shifted. But in the previous case, the case was not same. When I am applying the text without leader and that too not aligned with any of the view, I can separately monitor, I can separately control the text. It will not be aligned with the view. Sometimes it helps us, because sometimes what we do, we shift our views, we sometimes delete the views as well. So if the text is aligned with the view, then it will go with the view. If you are shifting your view into some other sheet, yes, the text will also be copied. It will be completely dependent. Then we have some options for ballooning. if you want to go for manual ballooning, which is required in the assembly as well. Over here in the part you can go for the inspection and all these things. Say you are an inspector of the drawing, and there is some mismatch in the drawing, so you can actually select the balloon, point the particular portion out, say give the number or anything over here, and for this number 1 you can write down the note that within the number 1 or at the area of number 1 you have to make the required changes. You can give the instruction to the team by using these balloons. We have datum targets available. Select this, select it, and give the datum target. Just write down the details and press OK. You will be able to assign it. All these are actually required when you apply this, particularly datum target is required when you use the GD&T symbols. So in the software you just have to pick and place the things, whatever the annotations are, simply select it, place it, and fill the required details. Say if I'll talk about symbols, roughness symbol, select it and place it over here. Now check the difference what I am doing. This view was activated and I am applying in this view. Okay, yes, so this is available. You can make the changes required and fill the details and say OK. It will be applied, right? See, when I am aligning the symbol with any of the entity, then it is not considering the selected view. In this case, if I am say aligning or writing down the text over here, it will expand the window. So there is some differences in the selection as well. If your view is activated, then how you have to make the selection, and what are the things you can apply. Yes, in the next set, welding symbol we have to apply. Say I want to show that over here, so this is how the symbol will be added. Again you have to make the changes in this window. Welding symbol, you have to provide the details. These are all the symbols are available for you. Fill in the blanks and press OK. You will be able to show the welding symbol over here. If you want to show the weld, then you can show that as well. For that you will need to select two entities. Say one I am selecting this, another I am selecting this. Between these two I can show the weld of whatever size I want. Say 5 mm, 5 mm. It is applied over here. Tables, if I want, tables are also same as text. If your view is activated, then the table will be aligned with the view. If it is not, then it will be independent. I'll deactivate and I'll go for the table. Number of columns, number of rows, I'll say OK. Click where you want the table to be inserted. The table is inserted. You can double click in the columns and you can write down whatever you want to. Text editor will open for you. You can even import your table from the CSV file or Excel sheet. It will ask you for the CSV file, sorry. You can select the CSV file. As it is, the table will be imported in the CATIA drafting environment. Then we have two more from GD&T. First one is datum feature. Select it, select the entity. If you want a particular face to be a datum feature, select the face. If you want dimension to be a datum feature, select the dimension. So this dimension is datum feature A. Like this, I can select it, I can click over here and I can apply it. No issue. If you want axis to be that, select the axis, you will be able to apply it. And finally you will be able to apply the feature control frame as well. Geometrical tolerances. Select it, select the entity. Again you can select face, you can select axis, you can select dimensions on which you want to apply the feature control frame. As I am selecting this, Selected, this geometrical tolerance window will appear in front of you. Either here you have the symbols available. One, this is your first box. Yes, select the symbol, which geometric feature you want to apply, which characteristic you want to apply on that. Say perpendicularity. Whether that particular thing is applicable or not, the software will give you the option to apply that. Perpendicularity, give the tolerance value, say 0.01 I am giving, and then references, say I'll give A as a primary, B as a secondary, C as the tertiary reference. Though on the perpendicularity you need only one reference. Whatever I had selected on that perpendicularity is not applicable. Still, software will allow you to do that. Similarly, with that only, if I want to add one more feature control frame for any other characteristic, then I'll just have to select the characteristic. Say I'm selecting position. So in the 1, I am getting all the details related to perpendicularity. In the 2, I am getting all the details related to position. Say for position, I need diametrical symbol. I have 0.01. Again datums, I can define it, and I'll say OK. This is how I will be able to apply the feature control frame as well. So in the drafting of CATIA V5, we have seen how we can maintain the title block, how we can change the view settings, how we can change the sheet settings, how to define the projection method, where we can place the view, how we can place the view, orthographic, isometric, sectional views we have seen. Then we have seen clipping view and detail view, the difference between both. We have seen auxiliary view, dimensioning, both the types, generative dimensions and manual dimensions, how we can apply them, how the software actually follows the generative dimensions. If you have not applied the constraints in your sketch, then software will not have anything to be transferred over here in the drafting. If you don't have the dimensions in the sketches, what software will detect? Then we have seen the annotations, text with leader, ballooning. We have seen datum targets, roughness symbol, welding symbol, tables, feature, datum feature we have seen, feature control frame we have seen. Then we have some dress up features available. I want the particular part to be dressed up. Say I have this particular view available. I'll just double click and activate it. What I want is, I want to dress it up. How? Check the options. Say at some particular point you don't have the center line or axis available, you want it to be generated, so select it, select the particular face or view. Now created center line is not associative 3D, so over here it cannot apply, but at this particular location, if it was not available, then I would have get it. Similarly, if you want the threads to be shown, then you can select the circle and threads will be, you can see the symbol has changed. Axis line, you can show the threads with references, you can show the center line with references. What exactly we are doing? We are giving the references. Why? For applying the dimensions. We just have to give the references which software is actually not able to generate, or software is not able to sense from the model. We are applying those or generating those references. Similar to that, we have fill available, area fill creation and area fill modification. I want some particular area to be highlighted. I'll select it and I'll select the area. So you can see this much area is actually highlighted. If I want that to be modified, I'll go for the modification, select the area, and over here I have the options available: profile selection, or what type of selection I want to make. Then I'll just deactivate. Yes, I can right click on this and I can go for properties of the fill. What are the properties? What type of pattern you want? You want hatching, you want dotting, like this. It is showing you the preview, coloring, image, whatever it is. What you have to do, you have to select the color, you have to select the pitch and say okay. So it is applied. Then last we have arrows. If you want some particular area to be highlighted using arrow, this is how it is available. Again, arrow, right click, properties. Everything you want to make the modification in, simply right click properties, you will be able to do that. So this was all about drafting in CATIA V5. When you will go for saving this particular file, you will get a new file extension .cat drawing. So if you find any file having file extension as .cat drawing, then that is your CATIA drafting file. If you will go for save as, then you will be able to save this drafting file as AutoCAD file .dwg or .dwt format. You can even convert that into PDF, you can convert that into JPG, and there are so many options available for that. Thank you.